So every day I find myself fixated on if the Toronto Blue Jays make one more big acquisition, what does that acquisition look like? Is it Kyle Tucker? Is it Bo Bichette? Is it Ketel Marte? Do they finally, figure out a way to get the Jose Ramirez trade that they've been looking for 5 years? And the more and more I think about it, like obviously those elite guys, the Tucker and the Marte, that's a class player. If you have the opportunity to get those guys, you get those guys. But when I think about Bo Bichette, I think about right hand hitter. He'd have to be in the lineup every day as long as he's not hurt. It essentially makes Ernie Clement obsolete for this team with him and Okamoto and Schneider's there too, but Clement, he wouldn't have a natural platoon partner. He'd be a guy basically just playing fill in roles, and at that point it would kind of make him obsolete. And I think that he is like genuinely one of the glue guys of this roster. I think he's a guy that is undervalued and underappreciated for not just the on field, but what he means to this team. And the more and more I think about what that addition is and who that addition is, the more steadfast I become in the camp of this team needs to go get Brendan Donovan. I think Brendan Donovan's the guy. I think that's the guy. Left-handed bat. He can play every position in the infield. He can play all throughout the outfield. He is competent at every position. He's an above average second baseman. The offensive profile is so wildly consistent. He's got sneaky power, even playing in the park that doesn't suit his swing. Just consistent as gravity at the plate. Great swing decisions, dirt bag of a player. From everything I know about the player, he seems like just like an awesome guy, a little bit quirky. Seems like he'd fit in great with this team. I just think that Brendan Donovan's the guy. Unless you can go get that elite tier of guy, unless you can go get that dude who is like the elite of the elite at those spots, I just feel like Brendan Donovan's the guy that puts this team over the top. And I do, with the positional versatility and the bat profile and being left-handed and everything that he does on the field. I don't know. I've become very, very, very enamored with the idea of Brendan Donovan being that guy. And obviously St. Louis wants to get J.J. Weatherholt on the field, and they're rebuilding, and he's going to start to get expensive in the next couple of years. Like he's got arbitration for the next 3 seasons or whatever, but like it's going to start to get pricey, and they've got young guys that can fill those roles. And I love Brian Torres that's there as a 28-year-old, and that would be a good acquisition as well. But I just think that Brendan Donovan's the guy, and I think the Toronto Blue Jays have the pieces that would appease the St. Louis Cardinals and giving him up. And I think that that's the move. If I'm the Toronto Blue Jays and you can't get that elite tier, Brendan Donovan's the dude I'm going to get.